There are conspiracy theories about that and about even using webmaster tools and various free stuff that Google gives us. And I think that Google Analytics is just such a great tool for the majority of sites that we use it for all of our clients. We use it for our gambling clients.
It can hurt you if you're doing fishy stuff, which is against Google's terms of services. In that case, I would really avoid using Google Analytics. We never use it on any other sites.
SEO specialists employ many strategies to get the job done. Some strategies employ hard work, turn and burn, and some are downright dirty. In a highly competitive industry such as ours, I wanted to learn if it's possible to achieve success without breaking the rules. In order to find out, I spoke with two SEO experts to get their viewpoint. Ralph, tell me, this SEO industry here in online gambling is really tight-knit. And how do you deal with the competitive nature of your colleagues and of your different clients?
It's actually quite a brotherhood in a way, I find that most people in the SEO industry are really very helpful towards each other. They assist each other.
I actually think it's really exciting. I mean, in the United Kingdom, definitely, you always know who's doing the SEO for your competitor sites. And if you don't know exactly who it is who's doing the SEO for a client's competitors, you at least have a fairly good idea. And I actually think that there's a lot of professionalism and everybody treats each other with a lot of respect.
Yes, we are competitors, true, but I've hardly ever found one trying to steal the butter of the bread, as we say in German, from the other guy. It's more about cooperation. Maybe this is because the market is so big anyway. There's enough there for everyone.
At IEMA, we try and keep it pretty separate. Like, we've got a client in poker, we've got clients in bingo, but we don't let it overlap, so we don't have very different companies who are competing with each other. I mean, we couldn't put the resources towards really doing a good job with that. So once we've got poker covered in terms of our client base, then we don't really go and source more.
Should companies be concerned that using Google Analytics in the online gambling industry is at a high risk?
I don't think there's a danger in it, apart from the obvious things that would you really entrust your company's sensitive data to a third party just because it's free, and a third party who you don't know what they're going to do with that, who are not that strong or keen on privacy and stuff like that.
To be fair, I think they probably do use all the data they can get, but whether or not they tie it back to an individual account, I wouldn't worry too much about that.
It can hurt you if you're doing fishy stuff, which is against Google's terms of services. In that case, I would really avoid using Google Analytics. We never use it on any other sites.
There are conspiracy theories about that and about even using webmaster tools and various free stuff that Google gives us. And I think that Google Analytics is just such a great tool for the majority of sites that we use it for all of our clients. We use it for our gambling clients.
So what are some good strategies for optimizing video search?
Well, optimizing videos, it depends a bit on where you're going to put them. I mean, usually there's flash files. You can put a lot of stuff into your flash files, like meta tags and keywords and even links and so on.
Well, there are two very separate ways that you can present online video. One is to have the video hosted on your own site, and the other is to use a solution like MetaCafe, YouTube, Google Video, so somebody else hosts the video for you.
But it's also about where you embed them. Let's say on YouTube, you may want to have a link, in your info part, or you obviously have links in your video as well, but they're usually not clickable. So you want to make sure that the stuff where you have this info on YouTube, that it contains keywords, that it contains a link people can actually click on as well, and that will help a lot.
The benefit of having a video on YouTube is that the SEO is already done for you. The video is going to rank well. It's going to appear in universal search as a thumbnail when people search for something related to it, unless it's been heavily duplicated or it's incredibly competitive short-tail term. YouTube videos rank. I mean, it's Google's property. Google understands the format. You're not going to have a problem there. The problem is people clicking through, they don't actually go to your website, and that's not necessarily what you want. You want to get as many people onto your site as possible, even if they are on YouTube looking at your content. So the other thing that you can do is host the video yourself on your domain, and you can present Google with a video sitemap. It kind of depends on how big the video is, how many you've got, whether you have the hosting solution to be able to do it yourself. I think that doing it yourself is probably, especially in really competitive markets, optimal, because you will get, it looks very professional. People come through to your site, stay on your site rather than going to YouTube. But it really depends on what your budget is, because that can get really expensive, hosting a lot of big content like that on your own server.
So if you had to put your focus on one thing, such as links or site content, what is most important?
It would actually be site content these days again, because it was demoted for quite a while. Things was all about links. Links are still very important, I'm not dissing them, but site content is coming back with a vengeance. And so I would say if it was only one thing, which wouldn't be a good approach anyway, because it would be so limited, but if, let's say, rather spend your last buck on good content than on a good link.
You have to do links. I mean, it's a links-based algorithm. It's PageRank is the way that Google ranks sites. I mean, there are so many other things that people talk about: site speed, on page, site speed being the new big thing that people are worried about. But honestly, it is still about links. It's about the anchor text that you have, the ratio of anchor text that's competitive to anchor text that's generic, like the name of your site or its URL. The quality of where your links come from, how many different C-class IPs they come from. I mean, it's just, you really have to spend the most amount of time looking at links, because you can have a site that is just beautifully optimized. I mean, it's absolutely perfectly aligned with everything that you should do, and if it's got no good links pointing at it, or if its bank click profile is dodgy, it's not going to rank for anything.